And it's all about the WWE Championship. As the bell rings, Sheamus was looking for that bro kick, but Kofi Kingston's quickness comes to his advantage. And for Sheamus, he's the WWE Champion. And to have to start this hellacious match in this unforgiving structure that is the Elimination Chamber, Sheamus is going to have to be a true Iron Man here tonight. Meanwhile, Kofi Kingston's quickness is besting Sheamus early on in this match. Kofi Kingston really showing a bit of urgency, that athleticism of Kingston coming into play. And let's not forget Kingston, former tag team champion, looking to elevate himself up to the top. Kingston has done some incredible things, has shown incredible athleticism. So let's not take that away from Kofi Kingston. It's not going to be an easy night for either of these two men that have started this Elimination Chamber match. Meanwhile, the likes of Randy Orton, John Cena, Triple H, and Ted DiBiase Jr. are still looming in their pods. It's not going to be an easy night, but it's not impossible. Kofi Kingston has the heart of a lion. And we've been seeing it throughout the recent weeks. And a back elbow by Sheamus stops Kofi Kingston's momentum right in his tracks. Just like that, Sheamus able to stop Kingston's momentum. Sheamus looking to take care of Kofi Kingston early now. Sheamus again measuring up Kofi Kingston. And with Elimination Chamber being the second stop, the second big stop on the way to the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, with already being past the Royal Rumble, Edge, of course, winning the men's Royal Rumble, he has yet to choose who he will challenge at WrestleMania. He could challenge for the WWE Championship. He could challenge the winner of this match at WrestleMania, or he could go on and decide to challenge the World Heavyweight Champion. So when you win the Royal Rumble, you have options. But right now, the only option for these men in this Elimination Chamber structure, their only option is to win this match to head to WrestleMania. That's it. This is the opportunity to head into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion, the biggest prize in all of sports entertainment. Meanwhile, Sheamus looking to get an elimination on Kofi. And everybody waiting in their pods. You don't know when you're going to be chosen to enter the match. It's picked at random. But all you can do is keep an open mind and stay ready for when your pod opens. And Kofi Kingston trying to buy himself a little time away from Sheamus. If there's anything more dangerous than being inside the ring, it's being outside the ring. This steel and forced flooring on the outside of the ring. The grates are as tough as they get. And the steel supports of the pod is what Sheamus just sent Kofi Kingston's spine first into. Sheamus has been picking apart Kofi Kingston piece by piece. Sheamus has Kingston up. And a backbreaker by Sheamus for the champion to get the first elimination. And it is not enough to keep Kofi Kingston down for the 3. That Irish Curse backbreaker doing a lot of damage. Kofi Kingston. Some people have doubted Kofi Kingston. Many see him as a true underdog in this bout with these stars that are in this match. But now, who will enter this match? Who will join Kingston and Sheamus? Oh my. And it's time to play the game for Sheamus. Triple H has done it before. Triple H entering his 6th Elimination Chamber match. He knows what this is all about. He's been inside this hellacious structure. And now the game, the Cerebral Assassin and the Celtic Warrior are face to face, nose to nose. There's a lot of testosterone between these two inside the squared circle, and now they're going at it. Sheamus will never back down from a fight, despite spending quite a bit of time in this match prior to Triple H entering. Sheamus being as tough as he can about the situation at hand. And Triple H now taking advantage of the damage that's already been done to Sheamus in this match, the exhaustion that Sheamus has already dealt with. And now it's Triple H who's just unloading and stomping away on the Celtic Warrior in the corner. The pinfalls or submissions can only happen inside the ring. It cannot happen outside of the ring, much like a standard match. The only difference is there is nothing ordinary about this structure. The chains that surround them, the pods that enclose the 4 superstars, the steel grates of the floor. Triple H was looking to send Sheamus right into the chains. The structure, 15 tons of steel. Triple H, who called this a chamber of horrors, as I mentioned earlier, already knows what it's like to compete in this match. Sheamus now, perhaps thinking a Celtic cross to put Triple H away. Triple H counters. DDT plants Sheamus face first into the mat. And Triple H goes for the cover. Will it be enough? And Sheamus able to get the shoulder up at 2. And with the other 3 superstars still in their pods, they're watching to see what these others are doing inside the ring. They're studying up close. Usually you watch your opponent on the out, on your own time ahead of a big match. But now with a match like this, you have the opportunity to watch your opponent up close and see what they're doing in real time. It gives you the opportunity to strategize in your pod. The longer in your pod, the more time you have to strategize. And now Kofi Kingston unloading on Sheamus in the corner. Boom. Kofi Kingston all fired up. Kofi. The boom drop up and over the top rope to Triple H. On the outside of the ring, on the steel of the structure. Sheamus with a clothesline to Kofi Kingston on the outside. Let's get another look at that boom drop. It's all about making the sacrifice. As Sheamus goes to the cover to Kingston, Kingston survives. And that sacrifice that you have to make, you have to be willing to put your own body at risk to get yourself as far into this match as possible. as far as winning the WWE Championship. And now we are about to have another entrant. Another superstar will be released from their pods to join the other three. Join the mix. Who will it be? Will it be Cena? Will it be DiBiase? Will it be Orton? And the Viper, Randy Orton, goes right after Sheamus, not wasting any time. Randy Orton just exploded out of his pod, taking out his former Evolution teammate and Triple H. Triple H, a former mentor of Randy Orton. Let's not forget about the rivalry between Orton and Kingston. Randy Orton's had a lot to say about Kofi Kingston. And Randy Orton stomping away at Sheamus and now turning his attention to Triple H. Triple H and Randy Orton have met so many times throughout the past decade. And a knee drop to Sheamus from Randy Orton and pulls the leg back for the cover. Sheamus able to get the shoulder up at 2. This is where things get more and more interesting. As the time goes on, you're going to see the freshman work on the weaker of the 4, but the longer these 4 are in this match, it's only going to get tougher and tougher. And the more stars, once everybody's out of their pods, if there's anybody that's not eliminated, it'll be interesting to see. And Orton, a third time, sends Sheamus right in to the chains of the cage. Miles and miles upon chain create this malicious structure. And now Triple H being sent into the structure. Randy Orton eyeing his longtime rival, John Cena, who's still in his pod. Cena, multi-time WWE champion. Cena knows what it's like to be at the top. Cena would love to do it again. Can Cena do it here tonight? And Cena, still in his pod, has the opportunity to watch closely of the 4 competitors and their tendencies. Meanwhile, Kofi Kingston, high crossbody off the top, taking all other 3 competitors out. On the outside of the ring, on the steel grates. And now Orton may be caught in the drop zone, but catches Kingston in midair with a drop kick. Orton goes to the cover on Kingston. Orton was holding on to that left leg. Let's get another look at that. A moment for Kingston in this Elimination Chamber, only to be ruined by a drop kick by Orton, who seemingly may have tweaked his left leg on that drop kick on Kingston. And it's that slow, vicious, Viperous-like pace of Randy Orton. Viper-esque like pace. And now it's Triple H who's back in. Oh, and a knee drop to Randy Orton. Snap power slam counters Triple H, using Triple H's momentum against him with a snap power slam. The sickening look on the face of Randy Orton. And Randy Orton perhaps measuring up the game, Triple H. The Viper coiling as he's ready to strike against Randy, as Randy Orton gets ready to strike against Triple H, his mentor. The first victim inside. Nope. Went for trouble in paradise. RKO. Nope. Now a pedigree to Orton. Pedigree. Nope. Back body drop to the steel grates. And there goes Kingston over the top. Too early for any of these competitors to connect with a big move. Triple H tried for a pedigree, but Orton sent the game flying over the top on to the outside of the ring. And Orton just got sent face first into the steel ring post by the Celtic Warrior, who's still pushing through. Sheamus, the WWE champion, may not be the WWE champion if he is unable to survive the other 5 competitors in this Elimination Chamber match. And speaking of 5 competitors, the 5 other competitors, the 5th competitor is about to join this match. Who will it be? It'll either be DiBiase or Cena, and it's going to be DiBiase, which means Cena will be the last competitor to join this Elimination Chamber match. And DiBiase goes after the game. DiBiase unloading on Triple H. A 3rd generation superstar. He comes from money and he comes from class. His father, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase looks at Randy Orton, a mentor of his. This is interesting. It seems they might do a short-term alliance here. This could be a big game changer for Ted DiBiase and Randy Orton to team up together to narrow down the playing field. Go after the strongest competitor currently in the ring. The man who's held the most titles, most world titles in this match. Triple H, a 13-time world champion. Oh, what a knee to the midsection of Sheamus. And Sheamus sent into the ring post by Randy Orton. And now it's all slim pickings for what was Legacy. Seems to be a short-term alliance. Randy Orton seemingly was trying to make some space. I think he's going to see if Kofi's head will fit. Oh my. You got to stop this. Oh my God. Kofi's head is stuck in the structure. Inside the chains. And now DiBiase with a Boston Crab on Kingston. This is ruthless. Relentlessness. And the sheer punishment and destruction of Kofi Kingston is what we are seeing right now by Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase. This is as brutal as it gets. And Triple H and Randy Orton now going at it in the ring. Ted DiBiase now gets back into the ring, realizing what's going on. And now the numbers game proving to be much for Triple H. It's not very often you see teamwork like this inside a structure like this when it's every man for themselves. But deemed necessary in times like these when you need to narrow down the playing field to perhaps and ensure that you are one step closer to securing your spot in the main event of WrestleMania as the WWE champion. Oh my God! DiBiase and Orton just sent Triple H snapping him right back into the cage and again into the chamber. The way Triple H's head bounced off the structure. And this is just brutal to watch. And DiBiase saying something to Orton. What is going on right now? What kind of plan do these two have? Oh, he was saying to turn him around. Not this. DiBiase was suggesting more violence so that Orton would nail Triple H head first onto the steel. On the reinforced steel grates. The reinforced steel grate structure. Triple H going head first. But you can see Orton's face says it. Reinforced steel, as I mentioned. Orton's spine connected with it too. A small price to pay to inflict more damage. DiBiase and Orton are just standing outside of Cena's pod. They look right into Cena, who awaits to be released from his pod. In under 10 seconds now, Cena will be released from his pod. And Cena's ready to go. Orton, DiBiase, ready to pick apart John Cena. Now Cena explodes out of the cage. Fighting out. Going quick for DiBiase and Orton. And here comes John Cena. Here come these flying shoulders from John Cena. Cena picking up momentum. And Cena's got the ball rolling. And Cena saying, you can't see me, with a little bit of 5-knuckle shuffle for the Viper. And Cena up and over, leaping, nails DiBiase into the mat. And Cena heading up to the top. And that leaping leg drop from Cena. Cena's all fired up here, Cena. The freshest man in the match. And Cena looking for an attitude adjustment. Swings and nails Orton. Using DiBiase as a battering ram. DiBiase holding onto that top rope. And said Cena with an attitude adjustment. Sends DiBiase onto the reinforced steel floor on the outside of the ring. Randy Orton sends Cena over the top rope onto the floor. That seemed pretty light, though. And now, and there's one person who didn't land lightly. It was when John Cena hit DiBiase with that attitude adjustment over the top. Let's not forget about the I Quit match between these two last year. It was as brutal as it got. Randy Orton thought he had it won, but John Cena, with that never give up attitude, made sure Randy Orton gave up. And right now, DiBiase may need to give up because he's caught in the STF by Cena's center of the ring. Nowhere to go. But Randy Orton makes sure to save the day for DiBiase. Randy Orton saved DiBiase. Perhaps he sees it as a benefit to him to keep him around for a little bit longer, just until the playing field has gotten a bit smaller. There's Cody Rhodes. There's a lead pipe. An RKO. Oh, attitude adjustment. Oh, accidentally just hit Orton. And DiBiase with a pipe. And both men down. I'm speechless. No disqualifications. DiBiase has a lot to think about. He's going to cover Orton. DiBiase just eliminated Orton. Ted DiBiase was at a crossroads. And every man for themselves. Talk about a dead legacy. DiBiase just cost Orton. Rhodes was involved. He wanted to give Orton the pipe, but DiBiase took the pipe instead. And he piped down Randy Orton all the way out of the Elimination Chamber. And Orton is frustrated. DiBiase's got that sinister look, that smirk. He had what he had. He had to do what he had to do. Sheamus has been in this since the beginning of this. His body's been through it. And as I mentioned, to retain his title, he's going to have to be an Iron Man. And having survived the first elimination of this match, Sheamus is going to work on Kofi Kingston, the other man who started off this match. Kofi Kingston dumping Sheamus back into the ring. Great counter. And trouble in paradise for Ted DiBiase. And now DiBiase is out of the chamber. You reap what you sow. To follow Randy Orton comes Ted DiBiase. And a bro kick from Sheamus nails Kingston right in the face. And now the chamber. And now quickly WWE superstars are being eliminated. And now Sheamus looking for that Celtic cross to put Kingston away. Kingston lifeless, held high above Sheamus. And Kofi Kingston is down. And 1, 2, and 3. And then there were 3. Half the field has been eliminated. And now let's take a look at this. Boom, that bro kick just turning Kofi Kingston inside out. And then that Celtic cross. The icing on the cake. And Sheamus and Cena now going to go at it. Sheamus defeating Cena to win his WWE Championship in a tables match back at TLC. Sheamus with a knee to Cena. John Cena taking the brunt of that knee. So we've got 3 of the biggest superstars. We got 3 big superstars in this match. Celtic, Irish curse backbreaker. Sheamus, power slam. Looks for the cover. 2. And Cena able to kick out. 2 out of 3 men in this match have main evented a WrestleMania. Sheamus, the current WWE champion, doing whatever he can to hang on. He has now survived 3 other competitors who have been eliminated. You have to survive by any means necessary, especially if you want to leave as champion. The game is lifeless outside of the ring. He hasn't really moved much. Perhaps taking some time to recover. Oh, no, not this. If this is... John Cena will be done if this connects. Sheamus and Triple H with a low blow to Sheamus, and it's all legal inside the structure. And some payback from Triple H and a pedigree. Can Triple H capitalize? Does Triple H have enough to get Sheamus out of here? And we will have a new WWE champion. We are guaranteed a new WWE champion. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Cena? Is it going to be Triple H? And for my money, with Cena being the freshest man in the match, it might be Cena, but Triple H and Cena both look worse for wear right now. So it's a hard statement to say who is headed to WrestleMania as WWE champion. John Cena. Cena's starting to stir a bit. The game moving a little bit. Who is going to dig down deeper? Who is heading to WrestleMania? Cena, SCF. Locked in on Triple H. That sense of urgency. Triple H realizing he's in deep trouble. This is going to put a lot of pressure on the head This is good. This could do it. It won't matter. Will Triple H tap? And Triple H may have no choice. Triple H may have no choice here. Triple H clawing. And John Cena putting all of his might into this STF on Triple H. Hey, wait. It's over. John Cena is the WWE champion. John Cena is headed to WrestleMania as the WWE champion. John Cena, an 8-time world champion. First, it was Sheamus who got eliminated, and now John Cena can call himself an 8-time world champion. And with no choice, Triple H had to tap out. This is what the Chamber will do to you. Cena is having a hard time registering the emotions. Cena's heading to WrestleMania. That's how much punishment. You can see the exhaustion on the face of Cena. And now Cena looks over, realizing that championship is his. What is Mr. McMahon doing out here? The chairman of WWE. Mr. McMahon is making Cena defend his title right now? The chairman of the board making the odds difficult for Cena. Batista. Mr. McMahon is making a battered Cena defending his WWE championship against a fresh animal, Batista. Mr. McMahon had this in his back pocket the entire time. But you can't do anything about it. The chairman calls the shots. Cena can barely stand on his own 2 feet without using the ropes to pull himself up. And Batista has become the muscle for Mr. McMahon. John Cena just worked his ass off to win the WWE title, surviving 5 other competitors in the chamber match, and now has to defend it against Batista right after. The bell rings. John Cena says go. That only infuriated Batista with that shot. Batista's fresh. He's rested. Batista, with a wicked spear, takes out Cena. Oh no. Batista bomb. Spine rattling Batista bomb. And now Batista's WWE champion. Well, it seemed that Cena had his ticket punched to WrestleMania. But Batista preyed on Cena's lifelessness. And Batista took advantage of the opportunity that Mr. McMahon handed him. And Batista points at the WrestleMania sign. Batista will head to WrestleMania as the WWE champion. John Cena had it all figured out. But despite Cena's efforts, despite Cena becoming an 8-time champion, here tonight, winning the Elimination Chamber. Mr. McMahon made sure Cena did not end the night as champion, as Batista leaves and heads to WrestleMania as champion, leaving Cena crawling in the ring.